Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Happy day. Happy Sunday to everybody watching us live. This is the Vision Impact Hour. I pray that you guys are truly having an amazing day. Man, so many different things have had happened today on this Thursday, November the 24th. So many different things have taken place. And all I can tell you is that, today, every day, tomorrow, yesterday, every single day that we're here on this earth, we got to remember to stay grateful for this season, grateful to be here. But the truth is that every single day that we're here is not really just a day just to be here. I'm a big believer that every single day we are here, there is a purpose in it. And so, yes, we should be grateful, but we should also be focused on, fulfilling our purpose here in this world every single day that we're here. And so when I look at situations and certain lives where, some people might be going through certain things, the question is, are they going through those things while fulfilling their purpose? Because that definitely makes a difference. So what is the Vision Impact Hour all about? This is where we highlight men and women who are impacting the world with their words. We highlight authors, speakers, coaches. If you want to be a part of our highlightation, we specifically highlight those who are members of BPC, or if they're speaking at events that we're doing. It's just another way where we truly like to be able to celebrate those people who support what it is that we're doing. And so today we are so thrilled because we are highlighting a young lady that is our Power Talk speaker who's just doing dynamic stuff when it comes to the book writing world. Okay. And so we'll be bringing her up. But also we'll be highlighting our author all-stars. Now, let me tell you something. We are a matter of weeks away, like 2 weeks away from less than 2 weeks away from our Author All-Stars dinner in Atlanta, Georgia. The event is sold out. Oh, hold on. I tried to do a sound effect. The event is sold out. We have men and women coming in from all over the United States that are coming to be recognized and bringing their friends, family, associates to come and see them to be recognized to receive the top 50 Author All-Stars Award, as well as being recognized by the United States government in the Lifetime Achievement Award. We've got a ton of awards on top of that we're giving out. It's going to be just a great time, y'all. It is dressed to impress, as it is Black Tie Evening. Yes. Tammi. Hey, Tammi. Hello. So it is a black tie evening, y'all. So we're going to be dressed to impress. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to wear, but I'm just letting y'all know. Your girl is not coming shim sham. I might even have 2 outfits. I'm just letting you know. I might have 2 outfits. And so listen, I'm just saying, y'all come fly, okay? Come fly. Those who have their tickets, unfortunately, if you don't have a ticket, you can't come. I tried to turn the mic off when I was going to cough and it didn't work. If you don't have your ticket, you can't come. So listen, it's sold out. And when I tell you the doors, y'all, so just to also add something in, we're also creating international experiences as well for our authors. And this year, I'm just so excited to say that we're going to be traveling to Ghana, and that's in less than a month. So we're I'll be traveling exactly a month from now to Ghana, and we're having a conference there. I got off the phone with the event planner today, and he was just so excited about what we're doing in Ghana and the people that he's connecting me to. He's like, we got the radio, we've got the influencers, we got this, it's just going to be popping. And then we're doing a trip to Dubai in May, where we're going to be doing an event out there. And so we're creating these international opportunities once per month, starting back in January. We'll be doing our pop-up workshops in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, at the Russell Center. And so we just have so many different things that are coming up, and we are positioning our Book Profits Club members to be all of a part of it. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way of greatness because it is time to bring on our guest. And then we're going to be having our author all-stars that we are highlighting on tonight. Okay, our author all-stars. So let me just go ahead and play this real quick as we get ready for our Power Talk speaker. Let's get into it.
I don't know if you felt it or not, but I'm going to make sure y'all are here for what you're here for. Now, we had a delay, but it was already said, good things come to those who do what? Wait. Okay, so since we had to wait, we might as well get ready for what is getting ready to happen. Because there is never a delay without there being something that is going to cause a domino effect that's going to change our lives. So I want you to do something with me. I didn't come all the way from North Carolina, have my flight canceled, then have a bus trip canceled, and then have to catch an Uber 3 hours, then to get laid over for y'all to sit and look at me. Okay, so we're going to have a good time, but I need you to do something for me. I need you to yell, push! Oh, I like how y'all did it. Wait a minute. Let's try that one more time. Say, push! Now, why did I have you to do that? Well, in case you did not know, my name is Ebony Walker, and I am your literary midwife. And it is my job to make sure that you birth your literary resources that help build your authority. What exactly does that mean? It means that if you have an expertise, if you have something that you know you were called and created to do, there is a book, an article, a blog, a vlog. There is something inside of you that creation is waiting for. But you probably didn't know that creation was waiting for you, did you? You probably thought, oh, well, you know, I got a product, I have a business, I have an idea, I got a couple of things that some people could benefit from. But no, if you have something on the inside of you that you know nobody can beat you at doing, creation is waiting for it. But too many times have you decided to not give birth to that baby, to those things. Why? Because somebody told you that you weren't good enough. Somebody told you you were not intelligent enough. They told you you didn't have enough money. They told you you didn't have enough this or that. They gave you all of the excuses. But my question to you is, when did you start believing them over what you heard in the beginning? Because when you get a vision, when you get an idea, when you know that there is something deep down inside of you that you have to release, you hold on to that thing. But one of the things that I want to plant into your mind is to get you to remember how you were when you were a child. Because when we were children, we had childlike faith. There was nothing that we could not do, and if you told us we couldn't do it, we were going to try to do it anyway, just to prove that we could do it, even if we got hurt or broke something in the process. I remember as a little girl being told I couldn't fly. Well, what do you mean I can't fly? I got arms. If I flap them, I should be able to fly. Now, it doesn't quite work like that, but I still tried. Why? Because I wanted to prove to myself. I didn't want someone else telling me what I could and could not do. So over time, there have been things that each and every one of you have been told that you could or could not do. And something inside of you would not let you be still and would not allow you to say, you know what, maybe I can't. You're right. Let me just stop trying. But today, I need to put this in your mind as well. You no longer have the luxury of playing it safe. You no longer have the luxury of pretending that you are not amazing, because baby, you are. You no longer have the luxury of excuses. We've all got excuses. I don't have enough money. I didn't go to this school. I didn't grow up in this type of family. I have this kind of record. I've done this. I've done that. But guess what? There is somebody who has been through what you have been through, and they're trying to figure out, how do I succeed after this? How do I come out on top after this? And you know how you can help them? You need to write it down. It's imperative. Thank you. See, I'm glad I got one person in my amen corner, okay? It's imperative that you document your process, because your process is someone else's blueprint. That's right. That's right. I'm going to say that again. You have to document your process. Your process is someone else's blueprint. So you could say, well, okay, I don't speak English that well. I speak Ebonics. I don't talk. It doesn't matter what the excuse is. That is why you have ghostwriters. That is why you have book coaches. That is why you have professionals that will help you. You can sit down and say, well, child, I don't know, but I ain't never. You can say all of that, and we're going to turn it into something beautiful. Why? Because somebody needs to hear what you have. But I need to ask you this question. When was the last time that you really believed in yourself? And I'm not talking about believing that you're cute, although you are. Everybody look good in here today. All right, you're welcome, honey. Thank you. You look good, but when was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, you know what, regardless of the challenges that I'm facing, I can and will do this. Regardless of what it's going to cost me, I can and I will do this. Regardless of Mama and them or whoever doesn't believe in me, I can and I will do this. You have to get back to that mindset to where you don't let anyone or anything keep you from becoming that next level person. But who is that next level person? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm here to tell you that next level person is a force to be reckoned with. That next level person is somebody who was told what they could not do, and they have proven them wrong time after time. That next level person is someone who was told they would never amount to anything, but here they are kicking butt and taking names. And guess what? You becoming a best-selling author is a part of that kick butt process. Why? Because somebody needs to know, how did you make your first million? How did you become a speaker? How did you get booked to go on all of these stages? How did you create that hair care line? How did you become that fashion stylist? How did you train yourself to speak with that type of voice? How did you start that podcast? If you have any type of gift in the world, somebody needs to know how they can do it. And we got to stop saying, well, I don't want nobody copying me. Baby, if they copy the right cat, then let them copy you. They can never be you. Think about all of the celebrities. Think about all of the people that you see in creation. We were just talking about this a few minutes ago. If I see an outfit that I like, I'm going to compliment you because I like your outfit. But don't be surprised if you see me taking a picture of it, because I'm probably going to try to go online to see, okay, let me get that picture, upload this picture. Where they get that from? Why? Not because I want to copy you, but because I admire you. We've got to stop looking at people copying us as a bad thing. Because it's a whole lot of people copying stuff, but they copying the wrong cats. You might as well copy the right cat if you're going to copy. If you're going to mimic anything, let it be something or someone that's going to help you elevate. Because truth is, we can't do it by ourselves. Oh, I know. I can be honest, even as an introvert. Listen, if y'all would have seen me out there, I apologize if I didn't come speak to y'all. I tried to mix and mingle, but when I get into crowds, I will find a corner to go into in a minute. And it's not because I'm being funny. It's not because I don't want to talk, but it's because that's a hurdle that I have to and will overcome. But while I'm overcoming it, what can I do? I can document my process, so that the next million that I get ready to make, I can let another introvert know, you know how you can make your first, second, and third million? Well, first you got to come from behind the bushes. First you got to come from behind the podiums and the little trees, because money is in your mouth, but it's also in your network. So at the beginning, I asked you all to push. Why did I ask you to push? Do we have any mothers that have given birth in here? Now, mothers, when you gave birth, when you had those contractions, did you sit back and say, ooh, there go a little contraction? Or did you yell because you wanted somebody to come see about you because you were in pain? You yelled because there was something deep down inside of you that had to come out. You yelled because you knew that it was time for destiny to meet purpose, but it was painful. But yet you knew you had to position yourself to push. So what did you do? You had to gird up. You had to get in the right position. I'm not going to do what mothers do. I'm not going to be all like that, but y'all understand where I'm going, okay? But you had to position yourself. Why? Because you knew that something great was getting ready to come out of you. So when I yelled push, I do that to audiences all over because I need you to know that is exactly what you are getting ready to do. You are getting ready to push past every excuse. You're getting ready to push past every dollar amount. No longer will you get to say, this is too much for me to invest. There was a great mentor by the name of Delatorro McNeil who says, if it's too much to invest, it's too much to earn. So my question is, the last time that you invested in something, did you look at it and say, oh, that $29 is a lot, but you want to make $297, but you won't invest $29. That's the mindset that we have to get. If it's too much to invest, then you might as well not expect to earn it. But the last thing I want to tell you all today is, let me ask this question first. Have you ever been read your Miranda rights? Now, don't raise your hand because I'm not trying to be in your business. Because if you've had your Miranda rights read, that means there was probably some police, might have been some handcuffs, might have been some other things. But we all know what the Miranda rights are, correct? They tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. If you want an attorney, I don't know. I ain't never had them read, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Well, today, I need to tell you this, and you might get upset, and before you might have said, oh, she was nice, I liked her, but I don't like how she just came at me. But I'm here today to read you your publisher's Miranda rights. First and foremost, you do not have the right to remain silent because everything within you can be used to better the world. You have the right to seek a book coach or a ghostwriter. If you cannot find one, one has been appointed to you. Y'all like how I did that, right? But I need you to know, you do not get to play small anymore. Now, there are going to be some amazing speakers that are going to show you and tell you and document. And I'm going to be honest, I had a whole nice little presentation. I had A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3 step. But I said, no, I need to get into their mind because the information that's coming first, you're not going to be able to receive it until I can get your mind to change about why you're here and what you're going to get when you leave. So you no longer have the right to remain silent. Somebody needs your story. I don't care how deep and dark and dirty it is. I don't want nobody in my business. But what if your story is going to save somebody's life? What if what you went through, even in business or in your personal life, is going to cause someone to say, you know what? She went through that. He went through that. There's no way that I'm going to fail. Or what if it allows you to heal some things in you that you didn't even know were still broken? And that is the point that we have to get to. Stop thinking that you have the right to remain silent. But you have the right to push. You have the right to birth. Why? Because there are too many literary babies in your womb, and it is time to stop killing them. Someone once said that the graveyard was the richest place on earth because there are far too many people in the grave who had all of these brilliant ideas. They had all of these great visions, and they took them with them. Why? Because of excuses. Because they didn't have someone to push them, because they didn't believe, because they lost their childlike faith. But today, your faith is being renewed because when all of these other phenomenal speakers come up here, they're going to tell you how you are, not how you can think about, but how you are going to make it in life and in business. So without further ado, I need you to do this with me. I want you to stand on your feet, if you will, and I'm going to get ready to get off the stage as we get ready for the next speaker. I need you to yell to the top of your lungs, push, but before you do it, I need you to act like you are literally getting ready to birth something that is going to eradicate every issue that you have in your life. Think about the money issue that you're facing. Think about the ministry issue you're facing. Think about the marital issue you're facing. What is it that you need to push past, push out, and push through in order for you to become what creation is waiting for? So once you get that in mind, y'all let me know. We're going to get ready to push. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I am Ebony Walker, your literary midwife, and I thank you for your time today.
Wasn't Ebony amazing? First of all, she has so many notes, honey. Was y'all taking notes? Because I was taking notes. Okay, so let me tell you about the first thing that I'm here to talk to you guys about. Competition. and also copying the right cat. Can I tell y'all something? And shout out to everybody watching us in the Facebook group, Rashida, Blossoming Into Her, Joanna Ho. Hello, how y'all doing? And everybody that's over here in the YouTube land, y'all make sure to give us a thumbs up as well on this video. Or if you're watching on Facebook, give us a like. And those who are watching on, by the way, let me shout out E360 TV. Y'all do know, like right now, you could literally watch this on your television. You could literally go to your Fire Stick or your Roku and search for E360 TV and go to the Trajectory Network. Yes, baby. Trajectory Network is where we air every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 o'clock. So you can actually watch us on TV, and we're going to start doing some more. And by the way, tonight we're going to be talking about the conversation of collaboration and competition. Can we get into it? Because Ebony talked about this, and she talked about the fact that, at the end of the day, listen, it's going to be people who will copy you. It's going to be people who are going to do what you do, especially if you're doing something great. I was speaking to a young lady just maybe 1 or 2, it was 2 days ago. Where was I at? Because I done gone to a couple of events. I think it might have been at Candace Holyfield, at her event. Candace, I'm about to mess up her last name. It's not Holyfield. But Six Figure Spa Chick. So Candace had her event, y'all. It was amazing. And I think that's where we were having the conversation. I was speaking with a woman, and she was just telling me about how, sometimes she don't really like to put her business out there, tell people what she got going on, because she don't want people to steal it. But this is how I feel about that. To me, I don't know, I'm very careful about taking advice from things that don't necessarily make sense to me. And to me, if there is something that I want to accomplish that I've never done, if I keep it to myself, what is the likelihood of me accomplishing it? It's not. And so it was definitely at this event. And I think the question was like, she didn't want to share it because she didn't want the person that she was working with to steal the idea. And there's ways to legally protect yourself from that. But the truth is this. Are there people who have tried to teach what I teach that have taken what we have in Book Profits Club? Of course there are. You know how many people that we inspired to launch publishing companies? And I won't say Ebony, but Ebony has been doing her thing for a minute. But she also, let me tell you how dope she is. She knows that I'm in the book space, and she still came to be a speaker at the event because she understands the power of collaboration. She didn't say, well, I know Taurea's in the book space and I don't know if I want to come speak at her event because maybe all the people that's going to be at her event, they already plugged into what she's doing, not knowing whether or not if I actually teach or not, but that's just the assumptions that people make. And unfortunately, we put ourselves into these circles or to these private circles of let me not tell nobody, and we're not telling people. And guess what? Nobody is there to assist us. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about collaboration over competition and what my idea is and how I believe that we can do better as a unit. And so I might even tell y'all some of my business about how some collaborations ended up trash, but there are some collaborations that ended up amazing. But look, we about to switch gears. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. What did y'all think about Ebony? Go ahead and drop what one thing that you took away from what Ebony M. Walker shared. She was so amazing. If y'all want to put one thing that you took away from her dynamic talk. Oh, the other thing I want to talk about is how she talked about mindset. She could have got up there and told y'all the simple steps to writing a book. But the truth is, we were having a conversation about this at one of our masterminds because a lot of times we know what we need to do. But the truth is a lot of the reasons why we don't take action has nothing to do with the fact that we have no idea how to do it. It has everything to do with why we won't do it. And we have to determine what is the reasoning that keeps us in a state of inactivity. And there are so many different things that are going on right now in this world that could put you in a state of inactivity. The other day, y'all, I am not going to lie, I ain't feel like doing a doggone thing. I woke up and said, this ain't the day to get out the bed. And guess what I did? Didn't. But the question is, did I understand what was the cause? And so in the process of me feeling like I don't feel like doing nothing, I don't just sit in inactivity. I have to come up with a root understanding of why am I feeling this way? Because if we don't identify that root cause, what ends up happening is that that state of inactivity gets worse and worse and worse. And then 5, 10, 20 years from now, we're looking back saying, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I did it. Well, y'all, let me go ahead and tell you about some people who are shoulda, coulda, woulda-ing. They're doing it. These are some of our author all-stars. As I told you guys, our author all-stars dinner is coming up December the 6th in Atlanta, Georgia, and the tickets are officially sold out. And I ain't lying, y'all. We done already had some people that was like, dang, I wish I could come. Y'all, it's a dinner event, and the food gonna be so we can't just have 20 extra people show up because it's a per person event. So it's sold out. It is. But there's always time for next year. However, with that stated, we interviewed 200 authors. We received 1,000 applications. And so these 50 authors that are in the magazine were specially selected by myself and my team to be in this magazine. 80% of most authors who publish books will never do anything beyond the launch of their book. They might, some of them don't even launch it. And I've come to learn there's so many authors out here who have these incredible pieces of work and they're doing absolutely nothing with them. So how do we solve that? How do we fix that? That is where Book Profits Club comes into play. And so we have an entire program, but man, we were interviewing these authors and finding out that they are doing some amazing things. Some of the people that we're going to be talking about today, killing it. From TV shows, plays, on multiple platforms, podcasts, being broadcast all over the world, baby. They are killing it. So we're going to go ahead and bring on our author all-stars. Normally we would go into a commercial break, but today I'm just going to get straight into it with our authors. So if you guys are ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. And let me see what y'all said. Let me see. Ray says we have the right to not remain silent. Hello. Oh, both of y'all like that one. You have the right to not remain silent. Let me tell you something. We did not go through what we went through to keep it to ourselves. And I don't know what type of household you came up in, but if you came up in a household like me, a lot of the stuff that took place, we did not share that. And so sometimes when it's now time to empower somebody else with our story, we don't know how to do it. One of the best ways to do it is through a book. So let's get into it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go ahead. I'm going to bring you up and then we have a couple of videos of some of our author all-stars, but I'm just going to start off with the introductions first. We first have none other than Katherine Cutler, who is an accomplished entrepreneur with over 15 years of experience in healthcare, business management, and legal studies, tax preparation, and more. As the owner of 2 home care agencies and engraving company, she has demonstrated strong leadership and business acumen. Karen's career includes roles with Fortune 500 companies, the Brooklyn Criminal Court System, and the United Negro College Fund, where she contributed to impactful community initiatives. Passionate about philanthropy, Katherine is opening Angels Recovery Home in Florida to support individuals in recovery, and leads to nonprofit Essence of Light support. Assisting survivors of domestic violence, she holds degrees in business management, accounting, paralegal studies, and expertise in medical billing and tax preparation. A proud New Yorker, Katherine now resides in Florida, where she continues to grow her business and support her community. She's an active member of various organizations and enjoys reading, traveling, and spending time with family. Ladies and gentlemen, next, I want to bring to the stage Marceline Williams. Y'all, let me tell you something. An ordained minister of the gospel and author, hails from the lineage of religious leaders, including her parents, Apostle Doris Grant Young, the great granddaughter of Bishop Abraham Grant. Since answering her ministry call in 2000, she has been nurtured under various apostles, developing her skills in deliverance, intercession, and prophecy. Marceline founded Prayer Garden of Memphis in 2012, aiming to unify denominations and leaders in prayer for communal and national changes. She is the author of several books, including a poetry book. Marceline travels and promotes her book and Garden of Prayer retreats each year to promote individuals to share their stories in print and heal from writing. She is a realtor of 19 years and a coach and a mentor with degrees in management and a master's in business administration. Her latest book is titled Shattered by One's Touch and We Overcome. While a motivational speaker throughout the year, she is looking for her next book to be promoted and help produce a new author. Let's give it up for Marceline Williams. Yes, darling, we've got some more tonight. Let's give it up for Ray Blackshire III. Is a CDL truck driver and a reverend at Greater Macedonia Church of Sacramento. Raised as an only child by his grandparents, despite having older siblings, Ray grew up as a shy individual. Early in life, he found it easier to express himself through writing. Recognizing this gift, Ray used his talents to write a devotional book aimed at encouraging others and drawing them closer to Christ. His works reflect his commitment to both his faith and his desires to serve and uplift others. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Blackshire III. And last but definitely not least is none other than Tammi Siobhan Woods Moore, known as the Inspirational Instigator. She is the author of Stop Lying and Level Up, a practical guide to overcome negative mindsets and build healthier relationships. A Gary, Indiana native, Tammy's bold and fearless nature led her to leadership roles early in life, which she continues to hone through church programs and public speaking. Alongside her career in healthcare, Tammi has empowered others through her mentoring programs, Teens with a Dream, and Ladies of Wisdom's Book Club. Her efforts have been recognized with features in over 30 plus magazines and awards from the mayor of Atlanta, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, Tammi Siobhan Woods Moore. All right, you guys. Well, listen, I'm going to bless you with a couple of videos. Let me introduce you to two videos by our author all-stars.
Hello and good day. My name is Marceline Williams, and I am the author of Shattered by One's Touch and We Overcame. I have been writing for several years now, and most of all, I love to write. And most of all, I love to passionately assist and help others tell their stories, share their stories, and give them a platform that they can actually learn from, glean from, and help others. I am so looking forward to being one of your top 20 authors for the 2024-2025 Authors All-Star Magazine. Most of all, I travel all over, and I've sold thousands of books. And this is not the only one, and this will not be the last one. Please make that vote count and think about Marceline Williams, because you'll see me in different places.
Hello everyone, my name is Ray Blackshire III, and I am the author of Aspire to Inspire Moments. It is a great honor to be part of this organization, to be featured in the magazine and everything else that this event is doing for us authors. This is my first time being part of Authors All-Star. And like I said, it's just a great honor to be part of it. So please vote for me, Ray Blackshire III, author of Aspire to Inspire Moments. And I thank you and God bless you.
Y'all, let's give it up for our 2024 Author All Star. Yes, y'all. So listen, so what they were talking about is the opportunity to vote for them. So yes, we have our top 50 authors, but of the top 50, we are selecting the top 20 authors. Now, as a top 20 author, they're going to be having an incredible opportunity where they'll be able to be highlighted individually in one of our special media outlets. And so that's something that we actually provide with Book Profits Club. Now, we do not base them being top 20 just off of votes, because I'm going to tell you something. Book Profits Club and Author All Stars magazine is not about popularity. Okay. It's not a popularity contest, but we are looking to see the people who are actually promoting that they're in the magazine. You know how many authors are out there who don't promote that they have books? You know how many authors that I meet will tell me they're authors and they don't have any books on them. And so just as we are looking for you to promote your books, we want you to promote the magazine because it's a huge honor. But then we also pay attention out of those individuals who hit the top. Who else is really still leveraging their book? Who is taking their book and getting on multiple platforms? Who is truly using their words to impact the world? And so these top 20s, let me tell you something. The award for the Author All Stars is amazing. They're getting an amazing plaque that I promise you guys, wait till y'all see it. Wait till y'all listen. Those of y'all who are traveling, okay, y'all probably want to bring y'all some bubble wrap to wrap your awards up, because these awards are not light and they are not cheap. They are quality. Can I tell y'all quality? Number two is y'all gonna want to make sure that y'all got enough space, because these awards are thick. I'm just saying. And then those who get selected for the top 20, amazing. Our our Book Profits Club members too. Let me show you one of the awards for our Book Profits Club, because I have an example of that. So one second, let me pull it. Oh, here it is. Yes, ma'am. So this is an example of our awards that we're given to some of our Author All-Stars. Blip. Hold on. Try to make it focus in. Focus. It's not doing it. Okay, well, y'all see it from afar. You see it? Look at this. Crystal, it's a book. And so we have different awards that they're being selected. We also have our award for the Comma Club Award, where an author who has not yet received it, who has earned over $1,000 in a 30-day time period. We have our Big Check Awards. We have, listen, it's just going to be amazing. Also, we've got, when I tell you our camera crew, we got 5 different people in the house, because we're taking cameras, pictures everywhere. It's going to be paparazzi everywhere. And so the Author All-Stars dinner is just going to be an event you don't want to miss. We will also, for the authors that are coming, be recording you guys. So I'll be sending out some stuff to y'all to prepare, because there's going to be a separate room dedicated just for the authors to go in to record their 3-minute video. Because on December the 15th, the city of Atlanta last year awarded us with Author All-Stars Day. So on Author All-Stars Day, we're going to be airing those 3-minute videos that you guys will be recording of yourself while at the Author All-Stars dinner. We're also going to have an area where you guys will be able to take pictures with you and your awards. It's just going to be phenomenal. So I'm just so excited. I'm just like, I can't wait for it to hurry up and come, because then right after that, y'all, we have our Ghana trip. And so the Voices of Change, we are traveling to Ghana. Here's the actual book, I think. Do I got one with me? Yes, here we go. Here's the actual book right here, Voices of Change, a collaboration book. We're going to be going to Ghana. We have about 18 speakers coming with us to Ghana for our conference that we're doing on January the 3rd. But we're going to be celebrating the new year in Ghana. And so we're going to be visiting a nonprofit organization that we have done some work with before in the past, giving them all types of goodies and things like that. We're also going to be getting a chance to visit Accra, as well as Cape Coast, where slave trade actually took place, y'all. If you've never been to a castle in Ghana, I highly recommend you got to go. I don't care what your nationality is. It is just something to be in there. We're going to be doing a special ceremony as well for our ancestors, or brothers and sisters of our ancestors. So we're going to be doing all types of stuff. In fact, when we go visit the Cape Coast Castle on that first day, which is the January the 2nd, we're going to be going and actually wearing all white. And then on the next day, when the conference is, we're going to be going, and this is when the event will be. But what's going to be pivotal about this is that the white is going to represent new life and coming back into the space where years and years ago, and not too long ago, that our ancestors or brothers and sisters of our ancestors were seen as numbers, traded as not people, and also never to return back to their home country. And so we get an opportunity to come back as free women and men, brothers and sisters of all nationalities, and then on the next day, do an entire event there. Can y'all see why I'm so excited? I was telling the event planner today, because the space itself, it holds 100 people. He says, oh, we're going to overpack that. He was like, is it okay if we get, more than 100 people to come? I said, I don't care. Get as many as you can. It could be standing room only. I don't care. Pack it out, because our speakers have come. They're coming and they got something to say. And so we just got a lot of great things going. So I'm so grateful. Can I play a couple commercials? I'm going to play a couple commercials, and then we're going to get back with our As Real as It Gets talk. Let's get into it, okay? So I'll be back with some commercials.
Hey y'all, it's Deanna Jean, your collab queen, and experts come to me when they are ready to enhance their visibility, their impact, and...
Hey future business rock stars, I'm Peggy Adrian, and I am with...
Well, I'm not hearing no audio. Was y'all hearing audio? They just look good, but I wasn't hearing. The ghetto. I'm telling you, sometimes we love the internet. Oh, thank you so much, Tam. Love you. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Thank you guys so much. We actually have opened up registration for Ghana next year too. And I was telling the event planner, I was like, yeah, we probably not gonna be able to do it there. But if there's a way that we can still do it at Cape Coast, they actually have a ground where we could do it outside and have tents and stuff. So we might end up doing it. It's December, January, but it don't get cold over there. So anywho, well, I don't know. It wasn't playing the audio. So let's see if it'll play. Is it going to play this part? I don't even know. Let's see.
Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it?
Okay, it played that. It played the ratchet. So we going to get ratchet then. Okay, well, today on As Real as It Gets, on our segment of As Real as It Gets, I want to talk about collaboration over competition. And I think it's an important conversation to have, especially within our community, because, honey, we do not know how to collaborate. I'm only speaking from experience, and I'm gonna tell you what I've experienced and what I've learned from it, and how I've prepared myself better so that moving forward we can have healthy collaborations. Because I'm gonna tell you this: as long as we live and breathe, if you think that we can do anything by ourselves, do something major and great, it is going to be difficult. Trying to let y'all see my shirt because it says dope marketing. Y'all, I've never met anybody that has done something significant who said they did it by themselves and that they didn't have people that they worked with that were not better than them in different areas. It's so important. I've talked to so many different extremely wealthy people, and they always tell me that, collaboration has been the number one reason why they have succeeded, and collaborating in ways where there is no necessarily competition, right? And so I just want to first give you some examples of what I have what I've tried to do in the past and where we have had some situations. So let me just give you guys an example. So 2 years ago, I launched an organization called the Elite Publishers Group. And the reason why I created that organization is because I recognized that being in the self-help space, there are so many people who want different type of genres of books. And so for me, I knew that I didn't want to do children's books. I knew I didn't want to do cookbooks. I knew that I didn't want to do biographies and memoirs. I didn't want to do any kind of genre outside of the specific self-help space, right? And to be more specific with that, I only wanted to work with people who wanted to use their book as a marketing tool. So if it was somebody that was like, I just want to get on Amazon and be a top seller, that was not what I was looking for. So I said, let me create an organization and call it Elite Publishers Group so that I can bring in publishers in different genres so that we can all work together. Now, one of the bigger challenges that we would end up having is that you might have someone that does children's books, but then they're like, but I also want to do self-help books. And I'm like, no, why don't we learn to work together where you just focus on being the best children's book publisher? Only you focus on that. And then anybody that wants a self-help book, refer them. I don't even do publishing anymore, by the way. So I now have someone who I refer self-help to get to. But I was like, you focus on the children's book and then you refer that self-help book. Now, why does that benefit you? Because now you don't have to do any work with the self-help. You literally don't have to do any work. You don't have to invest no time, any resources. You're simply referring, and in exchange, they give you a commission. A nice commission though, not no little small little $100, right? A nice commission, because if you are investing into marketing in your business and you are really investing into marketing, it is not inexpensive. And so that was my mentality. Okay, you focus on this one genre, you focus on this. Somebody wants to do a cookbook, cool. I don't do those. Let me connect you to her and get a commission by simply referring. And we work together as a unit. So now everybody becomes the best of the best of the best in that genre. We then elevate and grow together. Shucks, you ain't even ever got to publish a book, but you can continuously keep on referring. Hey, I don't have to do the work, but let me refer that, refer that, refer that. I've referred 3 books where I didn't have to exhaust my time, my resources, but I've made 30 to 40% off of the referral. That is what a healthy collaboration is. But a lot of times what happens, and especially within the community of first year generational entrepreneurs, is that we are used to doing it all. We are used to being the bottleneck. We are used to being admin, billing, subscription, customer service. We do it all. And so when we then try to learn to collaborate with other people, because we're so used to doing it all, sometimes it doesn't click for us. And so if you are a first-time generational entrepreneur, we first got to learn to give ourselves some grace. But eventually we got to start saying, like, when you start having all these different titles of different businesses and different things you're doing, especially those businesses that are requiring your time, we got to start making it make sense. Dr. Miles Monroe said it best. He said, listen, God may have given us many talents, but you can build one business from one talent and become extremely successful. But what happens, again, as being a first-time generational entrepreneur, we only know the hustle. We only know the grizzy grind. We only know sayings like, if it is to be, it is up to me. Who made that up? Who made up, if it is to be, it is up to me? I know it won't nobody rich. I promise you nobody wealthy ever came up with that saying. Because how crazy does that sound? Who do we know that's rich that says stuff like that? Oh, I did it by myself. Nobody. Even people that run around say they are self-made millionaires, they not self-made millionaires, because it take a village for people to become. Listen, last year we had one of our biggest gross years ever. I have a staff of 10 to 15 people. I did not do it by myself. There's no way I could have done any of this by myself. Who came up with this thing, if you want things done right, you got to do it yourself? I know nobody of a Fortune 500 company never said that. Because I'm going to tell you, one of the most difficult things that us as first-time generational entrepreneurs are going to have to learn how to do is delegate. Ooh, baby. Type 1 in the chat if that is something, that a skill set that you are working on. Type 1. Let's be honest. Who's going to tell the truth and shame the devil? Because let me tell you something. Until we start being honest with ourselves and trying to figure out why we feel like we are running around like a chicken with their head cut off, why we feel like we continuously keep hitting these glass ceilings, because we have got to learn how to delegate. And let me give you some tips on how to delegate. Y'all ready? So you bring a VA onto your team. Now you are the bottleneck of your business. That means you do it all. You send the emails, you do the sales calls, you do the pitching, you do the marketing, you pay for the ads, you go to the meetings, you do what else you do? Capture pages. I know that's something I was used to. I did it all. I did everything from the beginning to the end. Then I finally brought a VA on, and guess what I did? While I was wearing 20 hats as an entrepreneur, because I'm doing all these different things, I brought a VA in and said, hey, I want you to do all these 20 things as well. First of all, just because we do 20 things don't mean the person we bring in should do 20 different things. Number one. But number two, what do you think happened when that VA got sick? And I was fully dependent on that VA to do all these different tasks. Woo, buddy. That business was struggling. I had to quickly then bring in several people. So I learned very quickly, when you bring a VA in, when you bring an editor in, when you bring a designer, I've got multiple video editors. I don't even trust to have one video editor to do all of our videos. I don't even trust one graphic designer to do all of our graphics. I don't even trust one person to do all of our tech support. Because as we continue to grow, if I solely depend on that one person handling that entire thing, guess what? Now, what we do is we raise up leaders. So yes, once you get to the point where now you've got leaders, then their responsibility is to learn how to lead. However, the challenge with that also can come with is if you hire someone who is designed to come in to just do the job and not necessarily run the job, and you're trying to bring them into leadership, that may not be the best position. So you keep them in that position, have them to write their SOPs, and you bring in leaders who can effectively work with them. So my thing is now, as we are bringing in leaders to help work in each department, I'm not bringing in dictators. I'm not bringing in people who telling everybody, okay, you got to do this. No. You got to do it too. I want them to be team players. But I've had to learn how to delegate this out. Now, collaborating. Let's get into it. So now that we've gotten into a space where we have an entire staff, because I do not believe that if it is to be, it is up to me, I also have to collaborate. Now, I'm pretty upfront. I'm very blunt. Everybody doesn't have the same personality as me, and that is okay. But I'm going to give you an example of a recent opportunity where somebody came to me to collaborate. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, I work very hard to build my network. I work hard. And there have been times where I have extended my network to people who were not as gracious. And unfortunately, and it's been multiple times, people say, well, you should just stop doing it. No, that's not how. Listen, if you fall on your butt, you're supposed to get back up and keep going. You just learn how to do better in the future. So I would never do that. Now, does it mean that in the process of connecting people that I have worked to generate a relationship with as far as clients, does it mean that sometimes you lose those individuals? Yes, you do. You may lose people to the people that you extend your network to. That's a part of the learning. It's a part of the process. You cannot be afraid of this. Every single person I've ever met who has ever made multiple millions of dollars in a 12-month time span has told me the same thing. You just have to learn to grow in your collaborating efforts. And so with me, my bluntness, my directness, well, I had someone recently was like, hey, let's get together and let's work together so that I can offer this, because this is something that I see that I can be able to bring a value to your network, right? And I would like to be able to present it. And I said, and so it was, it's great. It's not something that I'm opposed to. I'm excited about the opportunity, but I said, well, okay, this sounds great, but where's the win-win? Because before I present you to my network, I need to know the win-win, because I may have somebody already in my network who can do exactly what you do. This is why I like to partner with Book Profits Club members versus outside. No disrespect, but because I know that they're plugged into the community and the community knows them. But if I do happen to have someone who we don't have in the community, which by the way, I'm telling you, there's not a lot of communities out there where the organization is soul's goal. So the sole goal of the organization is to find people in the organization that can help within the organization. Does that make sense, y'all? So just long story short, I'm just going to still use that as an example. I said, where's the win-win? Because I present you to my network. You now get clients and customers, but where's the win? Because yes, you might say the win is that I'm helping to impact your clients. Yeah, well, I want the same thing. And I said it almost in that way. And what I have come to learn, y'all, in the past is that my assumption is that if I say, let me see who's in the chat participates. Reclaim your power. Great evening. If I say to reclaim your power, I don't know what your name is, right? I know it's one of our BPC members though. But let's say I say to her, I say, listen, I want to come do a presentation with your group. Can you get 20 people on a call for me? She says yes. So guess what my expectation was? That she would also want to maybe do a presentation in front of my group with 20 people. Now, it may not be an equal 20-20. Everybody's network isn't the same, but there needs to be some kind of equal value given to each other. If I'm going to expand your network with my network, then I would like the same to happen, vice versa. And what I was finding is that I would make the assumption that somebody would see it the way that I see it without making sure they understood what it was that I was looking for. Because remember, many of us are first-time generational entrepreneurs. And so we have to learn that when we want to have an effective collaboration with other people, we got to make sure that up front we have a clear understanding and expectation of what each person is searching for, vice versa. And figuring out, now the win-win may not be the same exact, right? So the win-win could be different. It might be, okay, I get you in front of my network, and vice versa might be, you know what, I can get you published in some of these articles. Cool. But we want to start making sure that we're creating collaborations where we both can win together. And for me, I'm just blunt only because and then also, especially if it's somebody that I care about. Now, if it's somebody that I don't care about, 9 times out of 10, I might not even look towards the opportunity of collaborating. Like if they're not in Book Profits Club, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to probably do it because we have so many amazing men and women that are part of the program that are coaches in their own right, experts in their own space. And that's what I decided to do. I said, listen, okay, well, let me go ahead and collaborate inside the family, right? But if we do bring someone on the outside that maybe offers something that we don't have in the network, we have to make sure up front that there's a clear understanding of what each person is expecting so that then there is no confusion when we are working together. And we want to make sure that is a win-win environment. We can effectively collaborate together, guys, and make it work. It's also got to be that, you know, as I have another young lady who's wanting to collaborate, but she's offering literally the same exact thing that I might offer. And so it doesn't make sense. And I'm always one to try to figure it out. But if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. Not every opportunity is going to work out. But try to figure it out, guys, because doing it by yourself is not the easy way out. I'm telling you. You know what? Okay, Taurea, cool. I know how to do, for example, let's say that we're both decorators. I'm going to use that as an example. But in my decoration, I like to focus on walls, more walls designs. And in my decorating, I'm really good at doing floors as far as designing, putting stuff on the floors. So if we know that we both have a strength in that, why don't we create a partnership where I can focus on the walls, you focus on the floors, we both save time and money, and let's pitch these projects together. Now we walk away with a dynamic, cohesive design where both of us spent half the time instead of trying to spend all the time doing all the work. Effective collaborations. Effective. Now, I am not the collaboration queen. That's who you need to plug with Deanna Jean. Deanna Jean has joined us in the Book Prophets Club with her group and the Success Tribe. It is amazing. But if you want to know how to effectively grow your business with collaborating, I'm going to highly recommend you do it. I know I went off, but hopefully that was good. I don't know, because I ain't seen no typing in the chat. But I hope this made sense, y'all, because I'm telling you, if it is to be, it is up to me, is untrue. If you want things done right, you got to do it yourself. That is false. You can't tell everybody your dreams will go. Somewhat okay, but there's got to be some people who do know about where it is you're planning to go, because you can't do it by yourself. If I would have kept it to myself saying, oh, I got this event in Ghana, let me try to figure it out myself, that don't make sense. I don't have no network in Ghana except a couple of people that I have done work with, but I need to get with the people who already got the hundreds and thousands of followers in Ghana. So I put it in a group. I'm not afraid that somebody's going to take something that God has given to me, because if God wanted them to do it, he'd give it to them too. And they will flourish in it as well if it is for them. That's not for me to figure out, not for me to worry about, only for me to focus forward, not look left, not look right, only stay focused on where God has me going, because I know that at the end of the day, all will be well. Y'all, my name is Taurea Vision Avant, another edition of the Vision Impact Hour. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye, y'all.